So you slam the dishwasher door so hard the dishes rattled because someone left one fork in the sink. And suddenly you're spiraling into an existential crisis like, I do everything around here while everyone else lives like guests in a hotel I apparently manage. Then you stood there shaking with rage over our fork and thought, am I losing my mind? Plot twist. You're not losing your mind. You might be perimenopausal, and that overwhelming urge to torch your entire life and move to a cabin in the woods where nobody can find you. That's not just a mood swing. That's hormone chaos meets decades of burnout. And today, we're diving deep into why your patience has evaporated and you keep fantasizing about throwing your phone into the ocean. Welcome to Midlife Rage, where everything feels like too much, but somehow nothing gets done. Hey there, fellow rage warriors. Welcome back to This Is Fine Midlife Edition, your sanctuary for when life feels like a dumpster fire and you're the only one with a fire extinguisher. I'm here to tell you 3 things. You're not crazy. You're not overreacting. And that urge to burn everything down? It's your nervous system sending up flares because it's been running on fumes for decades. Today, we're unpacking the science behind midlife rage. Why do you feel like quitting your entire life? And most importantly, how to work with your nervous system instead of against it. Let's start with the science, because understanding why you want to scream at a dishwasher beep will actually help. Your rage isn't just emotional, it's neurochemical. 3 hormone villains are tag teaming your nervous system. Estrogen chaos. When estrogen swings wildly, it takes your serotonin and dopamine with it. Think of estrogen as your emotional buffer. When it's steady, you're patient. When it's on a roller coaster every 72 hours, welcome to emotional whiplash. The progesterone ghost. Progesterone is your natural anti-anxiety chill pill. But in perimenopause, it often disappears first, leaving you raw and thin-skinned, like your soul has no protective coating. Cortisol on steroids. Years of stress have kept your cortisol elevated, and now it's stuck in fight or flight mode. A text with the wrong tone can trigger the same response as a saber-toothed tiger. Here's the cruel irony. You've been the reliable one for decades, the one who remembers everything, manages everything, anticipates everyone's needs, but now your nervous system is like a smoke alarm with a dying battery. It keeps going off at random times and everything feels like an emergency. You're not broken. You're a soda can that's been shaken for 40 years, and midlife is when the tab finally gets pulled. Let's talk about what midlife rage actually looks like, because it's not just being cranky. This is next level, existential fury, the sensory overload. Meltdown. Loud chewing becomes a personal attack. Someone breathing too loudly feels like assault. The sound of your own name being called one more time makes you want to legally change it. The domestic rage spiral. Rage cleaning your house at 10 p.m. because it's the only way to process the fury. Throwing your bra across the room like it personally insulted your ancestors. Having violent thoughts about whoever keeps leaving cabinet doors open. The social burnout. Canceling plans because someone asked too many questions about logistics. Feeling actual rage when people expect you to care about their minor inconveniences. Fantasizing about telling everyone exactly what you think of their emotional labor requests. Studies show perimenopausal women are significantly more likely to experience anger outbursts, intrusive thoughts, and intense irritability due to fluctuating estrogen and GABA activity. Translation: your brain's emotional regulation system is temporarily offline. The invisible labor explosion. You suddenly see everything you do that nobody notices. Loading the dishwasher becomes a metaphor for your entire existence. You're the only one who sees what needs to be done, and you're exhausted from being the family's life manager. Now, let's talk about the fantasies. Not the fun kind, the what if I just disappeared kind. You start Googling remote cabins for rent, at 2 a.m. You fantasize about becoming a barista in Portugal, where nobody knows your name or expects you to remember their dentist appointments. You seriously consider checking into a hotel alone with blackout curtains, bad TV, and absolutely zero responsibilities. This isn't instability. This is your soul demanding a sabbatical. Here's what's really happening. You've been over-functioning for decades. Career, kids, aging parents, maintaining relationships, staying hydrated, remembering to exist as a human being beyond everyone else's needs. Your nervous system is calling in backup, but there is no backup. The resentment layer. It's not just rage, it's deep resentment. Resentment from doing everything for everyone while feeling invisible. Resentment that your body and brain are changing without your permission. Resentment that you're expected to handle these changes gracefully while still managing everyone else's lives. Statistics show 61% of women in midlife report feeling like they've lost themselves. This isn't personal failure. It's systemic emotional burnout with hormone gasoline poured on top. Let's dive deeper into why everything feels impossible right now. Your nervous system has been in survival mode so long, it's forgotten how to rest. The cortisol cascade. Chronic stress has dysregulated your HPA axis. That's your hormone control center. Now, even minor stressors trigger major responses. A grocery store running out of your usual bread can feel like a personal crisis. The inflammation connection. Chronic stress creates inflammation, which affects your brain's ability to regulate emotions. You're literally inflamed with rage, and it's not a metaphor. The bandwidth crisis. Your cognitive load has exceeded capacity. You're running 47 browser tabs in your brain while everyone else asks you to download more apps. Think of it this way. You've been running a marathon for 20 years, and now someone's asking you to sprint while carrying everyone's emotional baggage. Your body is staging an intervention. The sensory processing breakdown. When your nervous system is overwhelmed, everything becomes too much. Lights feel brighter, sounds feel louder, touches feel more intense. You're not being dramatic. You're overstimulated. Okay, enough with the problem. Let's talk solutions. Real ones that don't involve meditation apps or toxic positivity. Nervous system. First aid. Magnesium. Glycinate. 300 to 400 milligrams daily. Think of it as Xanax from nature without the side effects. Rage timer technique. Set 90 seconds. Scream into a towel, punch a pillow, have your tantrum, then breathe. Honor the feeling without drowning in it. The strategic no. That doesn't work for me becomes your new favorite complete sentence. Lifestyle interventions that matter. Protein and fat first. Stable blood sugar equals stable mood. That midlife rage often spikes with blood sugar crashes. Movement for mood, not Instagram fitness. Rage walks with power playlists. Lift weights for emotional regulation, not appearance. Sensory boundaries. Noise-canceling headphones aren't antisocial. They're survival tools. The Midlife Rage Emergency Kit. Magnesium supplement. Protein snacks. Noise-canceling headphones. Weighted blanket. Journal for rage dumps. Burner phone. Kidding, mostly. Boundary boot camp. Stop explaining your nose. I can't is enough. Delegate without guilt. You're not the family's only functioning adult. Schedule nothing. One day a week where you do absolutely nothing productive. Replace I should with I could. Massive mindset shift. Section 6, when to get professional help. Real talk. Sometimes rage is bigger than hormones. Here's when to reach out. Red flags that need attention. Rage episodes that feel completely uncontrollable. Intrusive thoughts about hurting yourself or others. Sudden crying spells with no identifiable trigger. Hopelessness that lasts weeks, not days. Isolation that feels protective but concerning. What you might need. Comprehensive hormone testing. Estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid. Therapy with someone who understands midlife transitions. Medical support, SSRIs, or hormone therapy can be life-changing. Complete complete reset from chronic overfunctioning. Your rage isn't a character flaw. It's information. It's your nervous system's way of saying, we need less pressure and more peace. Don't tough it out alone when support is available. Remember, you don't actually want to burn everything down. You want to be seen, supported, and able to exhale without someone immediately asking you where the scissors are. Here's what I need you to understand. Midlife rage isn't a failure. It's a flare, a signal. Your body is asking for less pressure and more peace. And that's not selfish. That's survival. You've been everyone's emotional support system for decades. You've anticipated needs, managed logistics, remembered everything, and somehow kept everyone else functioning. Now your nervous system is saying, hey, what about us? This rage is not destroying you. It's trying to save you. Hit that like button if you've ever rage cleaned your bathroom in a sports bra while crying. Subscribe for more hormone-fueled honesty and practical support for navigating this absolutely unhinged phase of life. Drop a fire emoji in the comments if you've ever fantasized about ghosting your entire life for a weekend at a cabin where nobody can ask you where anything is or what's for dinner. Now, share this with any woman who's been questioning her sanity lately. Let's normalize the midlife emotional dumpster fire so we can all stop pretending we're fine when we're clearly not. Next week, how to set boundaries without feeling like a monster. Because saying no shouldn't require a PhD in guilt management. This is Fine, Midlife Edition, where we're figuring it out together, one existential crisis at a time. Remember, you're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. You're just inflamed, and that's fixable.